Okay, what's up, guys? So, here today, I'm going to be doing another episode of Hymens, and this is going to be a cannabis podcast. It's mainly going to be cannabis, but there's also going to be a bunch of other different topics that come along during the way. So, one of the other topics is going to be martial arts, and that's going to be a common one. So, just want to throw that out there. But let's get back on track. Today, we're going to be talking mainly just about cannabis, and one of the big topics is going to be small nugs. Is this something that is a big turn off for buyers? Is this something that's really bad for buyers? In the bigger picture, it definitely isn't a good thing. So it's definitely something I want to discuss with you guys. But before we get into that, I'm also going to be doing a giveaway for my two when I hit 2K. We're somewhat approaching it now. I think we're at about 1,300 subscribers at the moment, which isn't that far away. Once we hit 2K, I'm going to do three different winners, and three different winners are going to actually be able to select their prizes. It's going to be a pretty cool selection of different stuff. So, this is definitely cool for the subscribers. Anyone who is actually subscribed, the way you can actually enter into this giveaway is just by sending proof that you are subscribed to at Brutal 420 Review um, on Instagram. I believe it's review, not reviews. So check it out on Instagram. You can enter in the giveaway and win some pretty cool stuff. You can win a bong. You can win a lot of different things. To be honest, each winner actually is going to definitely receive a bong, but they also are going to get stuff additionally. So that's actually going to be something that I'm really looking forward to. If you are a subscriber, it's a cool thing that you can just get for free. So if you are subscribed, definitely send that over to at Brutal 420 Reviews on Instagram. But let's move on. So this is definitely a topic that needs to be discussed. It's definitely not necessarily something I've ever heard anyone speak on in depth. And a lot of people are kind of surprised when people are mad about this. And I can actually understand why. A lot of people just don't understand that the smaller buds are actually holding less THC, they're holding less terpenes, they're holding a lot less everything because it's at the bottom of the plant. The bottom, the small ones are always the ones that grow at the very, very bottom, which just isn't the best ones at all. So the top nugs are something that obviously are going to be sometimes priced at a higher rate and sometimes not. Sometimes people are very good with organizing their different loads where it's maybe two big nugs and then a couple small nugs in there to make each eighth. Or say if they do it in sevs, they organize it properly where it's something that's actually manageable for the consumer, especially if it's someone who's about to go take videos or do anything that's actually media related. It is definitely a super strategic move for a brand to be able to give them the opportunity of marketing for them. Maybe it's them buying the product and then they take a video of it, and that in turn gets them a lot of customers. It's definitely a big possibility. So I think that this is definitely a stupid move by any brand, and it's definitely something that I think should be talked about. So let's talk about it a little bit further. Of course, as I just mentioned, they definitely hold less THC, they hold less potency overall. So this is definitely something that will fuck with the consumer, but it's also something that just overall could mess up a review. It could just really make it so that the product doesn't get the credit that it deserves. And this could happen through a lot of different ways. Like, there's a lot of different times where people will go sell their smalls, and someone might try to resell their stuff, which is possible. But I definitely do respect the fact that we do see in this community now. We're starting to see people do very good deals for smalls and stuff, which some people jump on that. Which, as you just heard me mention, it's not necessarily something that's going to be beneficial for you if you're a consumer. It's not necessarily going to work. as good, if anything, to be honest. It's kind of just a bad representation of the product if you're smoking the smalls of it. Because let me give a good example. When I smoked the Afghani times Chem 91 that I recently had, I first originally started off smoking the very smallest buds in the bag just because get rid of those ones first, you know what I mean? And I even said to one of my friends, I was like, I don't think this one's as good as I was expecting. But then I smoked the bigger buds and I was like, I understand. I understand. I was completely wrong before. It's a very weird thing to think about, but growers know. Growers definitely would agree with me. Anyone who grows weed would completely understand what I'm saying at the moment. This is something that is definitely reasonable in a lot of different ways just because the bigger buds will be able to hold a lot of different they'll be able to hold more trichomes, they'll be able to hold a lot more different things. But I feel like this is definitely something I probably should go more in depth in an actual video. But I do think that this is something that well, it was well deserved to come here and cover this today. I do think that it was just wild because I went and got this. It is from Josh D's brand, which the representative from from the brand, the person who actually had this, told me that it is pre-packaged, pre-jarred, and all that. So what he's basically saying is he's saying that it's this brand's fault, and I'll go with his word on that. And also, if that's the case, then it's a stupid move because anyone who knows this brand, this is like a true craft brand. This is a brand that has a lot of hype, a lot of well deserved hype. To be honest, this is the person who found OG Kush, Josh D, and to be marketing themselves like that, to be filling things with just smalls and then selling it for a extremely high ticket, it's going to leave a sour taste in anyone's mouth. And especially if you are someone who is a connoisseur, whatever you guys want to call it or whatever, they're not really going to be able to get the full experience. And especially if they're a reviewer, they're not going to be able to get the full experience. So I think I summed this up pretty well. I think that for the most part, I don't want to like say this is a tragic thing. There's way worse situations. Someone could short you, someone could do all that nonsense. And in this situation right here, they actually gave like a little bit extra in each jar, which it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I think that that is probably like a corny move. If you're gonna give someone smalls, just be upfront with it. But people will buy it. Nowadays, people will buy that shit. People will buy the smalls. And if you were or an organized brand, you could even portion stuff out properly where you're still giving the smalls out and doing it good. So I don't know. I just think that this is a very it's a sucker move in the long run. I think that doing something like this is just gonna burn all the all the clients away, and it is what it is. So I definitely feel as if this was something to cover, and it's not necessarily something that is easy to listen to, but I appreciate you guys for listening to it. So honestly, if there's any questions, I know it's only one person in here right now, but I want to start doing more live streams and more interactive content. So what I am planning on doing is more events and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys will be able to see me at those. I will try to start getting out to different events and different stuff like that so that I can not only show what different brands are doing some really impressive work, but I'll also be able to just meet different people, connect with them, and just see how we can actually help each other. So I do appreciate anyone who does watch this, and I'm gonna call this one short today. I definitely will have a lot more content in the near future, but just to say it one more time, if you aren't are already in the 2K giveaway, get yourself in there. It's very easy. All you have to do is send proof that you are subscribed. If you send proof that you are subscribed, then you have opportunity of winning three different prizes. Each prize is going to come with a bong, so you will also win other stuff with it. So it's going to be really cool for the people. I do appreciate anyone who is entered and anyone who's subscribed, but much love to anyone who watches this too. If you watch this all the way to the end, then this means that you are someone who is passionate about helping this game. So big respect to you.